So this week, I've fallen off plan and I'm deciding whether to tell my coach. It's not like a complete spiral, but at the same time, it didn't align with what I was supposed to be doing. Mentally drained, having the kids off school. It's like half term in the UK, so the kids are off school in the UK, so it's just the matter of adapting. If I'm honest, it wasn't about the food really. It was about the guilt afterwards. It was about the guilt after having the food. It was more like, am I disciplined enough? Am I gonna literally just keep messing up my plan? Me falling off plan doesn't mean I failed. It just means I'm human. The real discipline isn't about the slipping. I say the real discipline is about how you respond to it, how soon you respond, and acknowledge, your flaws. The problem is if I should tell my coach what I did, and was just thinking to myself, I could probably just fix this quietly and not mention it to my coach. But a good coach will know that things like this do happen, and it's having that communication with your coach, letting her know so you both can work together. This is what you're paying your coach for. Paid for your coach for things like this, to hold you accountable and to work together to succeed. That I am going to mention it to my coach this Friday, because every Friday I do have a check-in. I do my check-ins every Friday, so I am going to mention it to her, and we just have to see how it goes. So if you'd like to know how the update of how it goes, like and subscribe, and I will do a part 2 of the update. Transparency builds trust, so it's not always going to be rosy, and it's good to be open with your coach and mention these things, that you've had your down days. It wasn't out of control, but at the same time it wasn't on plan, and sometimes not everything has to be 100% on plan. So having your coach there and mentioning it to your coach, it's good to be open and be honest, because this is what you're paying your service for. What I'm going to do now is reset myself. There's going to be no punishment. There's no need for me to punish myself doing extra cardio or taking out extra meals. It's about just getting back on plan straight away. It's about acknowledging that you've slipped, and the power is, and the drive and the success is knowing what you did and how quick you respond to your actions. It's not, that's yeah. So the thing is it's not about punishing yourself the next day and taking out meals or doing extra cardio. It's not about that. It's about getting back on plan and forgetting that, just leave now behind what had happened. It happened. Now it's time to get back on plan. It's not going to derail everything that you've done. All that hard work that I've put in, it's not going to derail it. So I'm not going to be punishing myself going in on extra cardio, taking out my meals, all because of and what's important is understanding your why as well. When things like this happens, it's understanding why you're doing this in the first place. And sometimes you have to just bring that back in. My journey, what I'm on and what I've learned about myself, that it's not about perfection. It's about acknowledgement, and that, I reckon, is the true discipline. And you know what? It's also about taking accountability of what you did. As soon as you take accountability, that's the biggest discipline ever. So yeah, my plan now is to, dust my shoulders off, get back on plan with my meals, my training, and just I enjoyed the moment then, and I'm going to enjoy being back on plan now. And there may be times where it may reoccur, but this is what I like about this journey, is because I don't feel guilt about it, and I'm not going to hide it from my coach. As a mum and being an inspired bodybuilder, competing this year is only going to make me stronger, because I know my goals and I know my why. The benefit of learning about myself, it's amazing. Whereas before, if I didn't have this kind of structure, probably it would have been a big spiral, it would have been out of control. And I'm glad really that these mistakes had to happen for me, because if it didn't happen, I wouldn't learn. And I'm learning, and it's growth. It's all about growth, and growth is a good thing. Taking accountability for your slip-ups is a good thing. So sometimes it's not about that moment, it's what you do after the moment, it's how you react after the moment, it's how you pick yourself up after the downfall. And you can do it honestly. You just have to believe in yourself, and it took me a while to. So this is one of the things that being on this bodybuilding journey for me, there's going to be bits where I'm going to show how bodybuilding has changed me, how it's changed my mindset. It's brought me a positive insight about myself and how I see myself and how I perceive myself. Just a message really, whatever it is that you want to do in life, you have your slip-ups, just get back on track, forget about it, move on, and keep the ball rolling. Bye.